Welcome. I am your Polkadot Specialist Varh, and today we're going to talk about another episode of GPU.net. And on this particular episode, what we're going to go into is the dashboard, and we're going to talk about some different tips and tricks when it comes to things regarding GPU.net and the node and things of that nature. So if you like this particular episode, please like and subscribe. It'd be highly appreciated. So this is the dashboard for GPU.net, and we're just going to go over some different aspects of the dashboard. So over here, we have the total nodes holding. So this particular setup here has two nodes or two licenses. Okay, and so we are under the holder tab at the moment. So when you first come in, this is the default tab. So in this particular setup here, it shows that there are 64.44 GPU G points. Now keep in mind this is a testnet, so these when you look at the rewards, you'll notice that the rewards are showing like a cent. And that's just because they're testnet. They don't have actually any real value until the mainnet. Now on the mainnet, that's when you actually see the different value. But testnet coins normally don't have any value. But for this particular purposes, it's currently showing that projection of GPU coin in the future. So if you were to go on buy G points, that's what they would be currently going for at the moment. 1 G point is equivalent to $1.50. But keep in mind, these are testnet coins. The true value won't actually happen until mainnet. So that's showing that. It also shows here that the current available balance in the wallet is 5.13 G points. Okay. Now, this particular wallet that they're showing under the holders tab is actually the MetaMask wallet. Okay. Now, for the validator, you'll actually see those particular coins in the Polkadot wallet, and the provider and the queen are going to be in the MetaMask wallet. So those are some things that I actually noticed. So when you're looking to see different rewards, I'll kind of go into what that looks like. But just keep that in mind. The provider and the queen and the holder, I believe, are all in the MetaMask. The validator are going to be in the Polkadot wallet. All right. Now, I also posted a video explaining what all four of these are. So if you want to see that particular episode on what the validator is, the node holder, the queen, the provider, I'll go ahead and post that now. Check it out. Now I will try to come back and talk about the different tabs here, the get G points, the rewards, and the nodes for sale. I'll kind of talk about that a little bit later. But as you go down, it's going to talk about some different things here. All right, so now it's going to talk about how many nodes there currently have been, purchased. These are the amount of validators. Now keep in mind, you can have like 10 licenses, which are nodes, but that only if you have them in the same wallet, that's going to count as one validator. So it's kind of like your setup. You know, you can have multiple licenses that increase your ability to create blocks and validate and things like that, but that still counts as one validator. Now, if you had multiple wallets with licenses, that would count as multiple validators. But if you want to cut down your costs, if you have all of your licenses in one wallet, you only have to pay for, if you're doing like a service to help run them for you, you only have to pay for one validator, which is great. So that just means there's less expense for the people that are actually doing the validating or the queen staking and things like that, because you can have everything under one wallet. All right, so the providers, those are people that are doing the computation at the moment, where they're lending out their GPUs. So that's like the proof of work. And then we also have These the compute units, those are different types of GPUs that they currently have available at the moment. And then they show the leaders in terms of who's earning the most rewards at the moment. And if you click over here, it'll kind of give you a tab of all the different ranks here. Okay. So that kind of gives you an idea of that tab. All right, so let's go into some of these other areas. So if you want to buy G points, you can buy G points here by clicking Get G points. All right. Now you can transfer them to the Polkadot wallet here by hitting transfer. But you can also buy them here. You can buy them on Ethereum or you can buy them on Polygon. I like to get them on Polygon because Ethereum has high transaction charges. And literally all you have to do is buy some USDC on an exchange, send it to a MetaMask wallet, and go ahead and transfer them on the Polygon network. Go ahead and have them purchase in USDC. I've heard USDC is the best option. Sometimes USDT has had some issues in the past. So just one of them tips. It's good to try to use USDC on the Polygon network. That will give you probably your best experience. It's something that I would use. You got the lower costs using the Polygon network, and then USDC has been working for everyone. Okay, so that kind of gives you an idea of how you can add G points to your particular wallet and on the dashboard. Now, again, this is not financial advice. Please do your own research. I'm not responsible for if the coin doesn't hit $1.50 or different things. It is projected the coin is going to launch on mainnet between $2 to $2.50. So just keep that in mind. The launch, they are projecting it to be about 2 to 3 months in the future, but we'll see. They're not trying to have hard dates because people get mad if people don't hit those particular milestones. So I definitely understand that. But for myself, I'm projecting the coin to launch around $2 at mainnet, and that it's going to be about 2 to 3 months is what I'm hoping for. So we'll see. But again, that's just some tips here. Use Polygon. Now remember, if you use Polygon, you have to have some Polygon-matic, or I think it's just Polygon now, but just make sure you have some of that Polygon in there to pay the gas fees. Just have like $10 on there, and you can just have it on there. Just pay for all your transactions to get your coins on the GAN chain. All right, so there we go there. Now we're going to talk about the node sale. So if you want to buy some additional nodes, you can kind of go here and select the amount that you want, and kind of go on here. So this is, I guess, one of the places you can buy nodes. I personally haven't bought any in a very long time, so I haven't tried this particular way, but yeah, you just buy them on Ethereum and kind of go from there. All right, so that is nodes. All right, so then let's talk about the rewards. So rewards, so under reward tab, this is where you will see all the different rewards that you've been able to accumulate for all of them. So the holders rewards, that's pretty much going to be the validate. It's going to pretty much show all of your rewards combined here. Right now, it's only showing the stuff under the Queen. Your validator stuff will show in your Polkadot wallet. So it's not actually reflecting the validator stuff properly on the dashboard. Again, this is a testnet, so they're still working out some different things overall. But this is going to show the overall rewards. Down here, as you can see down here, this is where you can see the different areas that you'll be able to claim your rewards. So holder, validator, provider, and Queen. So this is an example of being able to claim under Queen. So under this one, there's 11.7 GP. And if you were to click here, you'd be able to claim rewards. Now, right now, this button is not working. So here is a tip. Now, when you're going to load your particular setup, validator or Queen setup, or whatever way you're going, it's good to have a certain amount so that you can cover any particular fees. So for me, I would recommend that in your MetaMask wallet that you have at least an additional 5 G points just to cover transactions. All right, and in your Polkadot wallet also have an additional 5 G points so that you pay for transactions, because when you go to claim, you have to pay some G points to do that. Now, right now the claims button is not working. So the workaround, one of the tips that you can actually try to claim your G points is to stake. So if you stake just 1 G point, you will get all of your queen staking on your MetaMask wallet. And then, so say for instance, this one, it has 11, it would add 11 to my MetaMask wallet, and then I can stake all but another 5 so that you can keep 5 on the wallet. But you want to at least have a couple G points so that you can stake to claim your Queen's rewards. So that's just one tip. All right, so so that covers how you can see the different areas to be able to claim. It shows how you would see the rewards under your different tabs here, where it'll show your validator rewards, provider rewards, queen rewards, holder rewards, all those different things there. All right, so let's go to some of these other tabs. Now, one great thing that I like is under the validator, it's going to show how many licenses you have. So this is going to count as nodes or NFTs. Those are all the same thing. Nodes, NFTs, licenses, all of them are right here. And then it's going to show, depending on how many licenses you have, their multiplier. So 5 or more, you're going to get some. And again, if you check that other video I posted earlier, it's going to go into the multiplicative effect here. But yeah, if you have 5 or more and you keep adding licenses, it'll increase how powerful your validator is. And remember, the validator and the queens will ramp up over time as the blockchain gets busier and busier. Okay, so it also shows the 2 active nodes here, and again, under the validator setup, it's going to show the people that are ranked right here. Okay, it's going to show rankings and things of that nature. Now, under the queen, now I don't know as much about the providers. So the providers are pretty much the ones that actually going to be running hardware. Okay, and I do know that the rewards will show in the MetaMask wallet. The great thing is when you're going to set up all these, they're going to have these videos under each tab to show you how to set them up. They also have the guides on how to set them up as well. So check out the documentation, but your information under provider tab would be here. And I love how they're going to have videos right there as you're going to set up whatever setup you want to have. So if you want to be a provider, if you want to be a queen, if you want to be a validator, they're going to have a video right there on the platform to easily show. And I like how the sand and all that, I talked about that in the last video. Just the presentation, I really like it overall. And right here, it shows the provider setup documents that you can click. All right, so under the queen here, it'll show the amount that you have staked. It will show how much you've earned. It'll show your errors. Okay, so your errors are periods of 1 day. All right, then you have your epochs. I think it's every 4 hours. I'll kind of show that when we look at the Polkadot side of things. All right, and then this one shows the multiplier. So once you have over a certain amount of stake, you're in a multiplier. This is a queen setup because there's amount stake versus having a lot of licenses to get rewards based on the staking amount. So the queens do the managing and making sure everything sets up efficiently. So this is a queen setup here. Okay. All right. So that kind of gives you an idea here. Let's talk about rewards earned and the leaderboard. All right. So those are all of the different setups here. All right. So now what we're going to do is we are going to look at the back end for the Polkadot wallet. So that's the next step that we will check out now. Okay, so this is the Polkadot side of things. So another tip, please, Lord Jesus, I need you to try to use another browser other than Chrome when you are doing the JS, Polkadot wallet, things of that nature. Firefox has been proven to work. There's other ones, such as Brave browser, but my suggestion would be use Firefox. So that is another tip for you, because if you try to use Chrome, what's going to happen is it's not going to want to load, or there might be some issues or errors. So to try to make sure everything is running smoothly, download Firefox and the Polkadot.JS extension and follow the guide there. Now, once you have everything set up, you are actually going to start, when you first set up a validator. So this is when you stake your amount on a testnet. It's 100, but you want to do 105 because we said we want a certain amount for be able to pay for transaction charges. And right now there's microtransactions. It's almost like a half a G point or something like that, or close to that, when you're going to claim your rewards. So that's another thing. Again, you want to put an extra 5 so that you can use that for transaction charges. Okay, so now when you first get everything set up for your validator, you're going to come here and it's going to show waiting. Now this showing waiting can take up to a day, because keep in mind over here this is going to show you that the errors are 1 day. So this is when they go ahead and they start to pay out rewards every day. All right, so this shows that there's 7 hours and 49 minutes left for this particular error, so this time. And the epochs, so that's like a shortened amount in time. So every epoch is 4 hours. So epochs are 4 hours, and there's 3 hours and 48 minutes on that one. And the errors are 1 day. Okay, so the errors are what you're really going to want to look at, because that's where your rewards a lot of times are looked at in terms of the errors, which is periods of 1 day. All right, so on here it's going to show, so just to kind of give you some idea with this, what you're looking at, because this is not as pretty as the dashboard, and Polkadot is kind of like the Polkadot.JS wallet is kind of like for developers, and so it's not to look pretty or user friendly. So just to kind of look at just a few details of the Polkadot.JS wallet, where everything is set up for the GAN chain. So this is the maximum amount of validators here in this corner. So this is the maximum amount of validators. So that's the amount of licenses available, which is 15,000. Now keep in mind, one validator can have 10 licenses. So since people have multiple licenses, they're never really going to hit this 15,000. So that's why you're seeing on the testnet right now only 325. But some of these people might have like 20 licenses or something. So just keep that in mind. Just because you're holding a bunch of licenses, that still only counts as one validator if it's in the same wallet. Okay. Now you might get a lot more rewards, but in terms of when they're counting validators, it's pretty much per wallet. Okay. Now this is showing that there's 3 people waiting. So these are people that have set up everything, and now they're just waiting for this error to complete so that it can be put into the system and that they'll be up and running as a validator. So that's what that's showing. So this is what you'll be seeing here. So when you first set up everything, if you see your wallet address right here, everything's set up. Okay, so that's your next tip. So everything's set up if you got into this waiting, and then once you're active, it will show under active. And these are all of the active addresses here. Okay, now these here are the different validators. Sometimes you'll see like a number next to it, and that's just the amount of blocks that they'll be creating. Okay, so right now, if you look at these drop-down boxes here, it's going to show the amount staked. So as you can see, there's an extra 5 in this wallet to pay for transaction charges. As you can see here, there's an extra 103 in this particular wallet. that is staked. Okay. Now, what you want to be careful of is this here. See how this shows only 99.99? What can end up happening? This is another tip. You want to always stay over 100, because when I was talking to the people that deal with the developers, they said if you go below 100, that can stop your validator. You don't want to have any issues like that. So make sure you're at least 100. So that's why it's good. Now, when you go to claim, this number is going to go up, because when you claim under your validator, those rewards go to the Polkadot address. Later, they'll be able to have it where it's more interoperable with the dashboard. But right now, validator rewards go under the validator tab. Now, so when you're looking at this particular wallet, we are under the review. Okay. So that kind of gives you an overview there. So next, under this particular area, the only other area that's really, really important to understand would be the payout section. So under the payout section, this here you're going to see, so this is over a 2-day period based on the errors. So these are the those periods we talked about. So this is a 2-day period. Okay. It shows that this is the amount of rewards that were paid out over a 2-day period. Okay. And this one is over a 6-day period. These are amount of rewards. And then 18, then 54. Now the maximum is 84. Now this is the next tip. You want to make sure you claim rewards. So I showed you how to claim rewards under the Queen, where you can go and you stake one. Currently is the way you would claim your rewards. Later, you'll be able to click the claim reward button. Now, under the validator, under the payout tab, you see where it says paid out here? You go ahead and hit paid out, and then go ahead and sign the transaction. And then once those errors are done, it will go ahead and go to this wallet. Now, again, it might cost like a half of a G point or something like that. So if you only put 100 on there, now you might mess your validator up because you don't have enough rewards under there. So try to keep at least 5 extra in there overall. Okay. Now also after 84 errors, what can happen is you'll start losing your rewards. So you have to go and claim them after pretty much that 84-day mark, because remember, one error is about 1 day, so that's about 84 days. So every 84 days you have to make sure you claim rewards, or you'll start to lose them. Now I don't know if they did that for, because I do know they want people to be able to check on their stuff, make sure everything's good. So they probably want people to have some, be vigilant of what's going on with their validators and nodes and signing their transactions, just to make sure that everything's on the up and up. Okay, so this is what everything looks like here. So I showed you the different tabs on the dashboard. I broke down how you claim. So again, on the validator side, you will go ahead and claim here under this claim tab here where it says payout all. Click that, sign there. Under the Queen, you go ahead and you will stake at least 1 G point. That's how you claim currently. In the future, you'll be able to hit the claims button. So that's the normal way, and then the trick is the staking way. The other thing is we went over to go ahead and use the Firefox browser as a way that you don't have any issues or problems. Keep the extra in your wallets to pay for your transactions so that you don't mess up your validator, and then make sure that you claim your rewards before the 84-day mark, which is the 84 errors mark, and then go from there. And remember, the mainnet's going to happen, and so test it out, see what you think. But this is to kind of give you some tips, tricks, and go over the dashboard. I hope this has been a phenomenal video for you. If you like it, please like and subscribe, because I am your Polkadot Specialist Var. I appreciate your time. Please like and subscribe. Have a blessed day.